Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. The good news is Derek Chauvin, I can't even pronounce his name, the murderer of George Floyd, has been arrested. The bad news is people are idiots. Um, about the same time it was announced that he wasn't being arrested earlier, Madonna released a video of her son David Banner. Is that his name? God. David. Dancing to Michael Jackson's They Don't Really Care About Us as a tribute to George and just a response to an artistic, creative response to racism. And people are ridiculous enough to criticize her for that. I know I myself will criticize a bitch. I will criticize Madonna if she. But this is ridiculous. I hate to tell black people something, but you can't end racism on your own. If you don't have white people on your side, you can't just fight all the white people and just attack them. If someone is trying to support your cause and trying to spread the word and trying to maintain a dialogue, or you can't shut them down. It doesn't achieve any purpose. Mocking Madonna for basically not being racist and for being passionate enough about this situation to say something and do something and post on her platform, which, hello, she's got a platform. You might want her as an ally, not mock her. And I mean, my God, what April Rain, the woman who created the Oscars So White campaign, said nobody asked Madonna to weigh in today, not a soul. And just mocking public figures. I mean, I just don't get. I think some people just like to be victims and just like to fight. And even when people are trying to help them, they'll find ways to vilify them and make them wrong, because then they just get to continue on. Because what other reason is there to mock someone who's trying to support this cause? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I myself am white. I am very white. I have no idea how to deal with racism. I grew up in a small town with a lot of racism. There was one black family in my town, Aboriginal people in my town. They got chased out. I was friends with one who was in my grade for a while, the only one who was in my grade. And his cousin lived over my back door, over my fence. I mean, I got to know them a bit, and I sort of saw how unfair that was, because I knew that they weren't what they were being portrayed as. Like, they run out of the town for start. It's just, I was raised in that environment, and I have tried my whole freaking life to try and explain to racist people what is wrong with them. It is so hard to. I mean, my whole life, since I was about 14, I think, I've been arguing with some of my relatives who are very racist, and they are still doing this. Today in Australia was the anniversary of Sorry Day, where our government said sorry to the Aboriginal people for what we did to them. And I have a relative who has had a fight with me for years because they were offended that the government said sorry to the Aboriginal people. And I was just so shocked that they made that statement. And we had an argument about this, and I've been sort of vilified for years, and there's like a grudge apparently, because they are just outraged because apparently the Aboriginal people didn't deserve a sorry. The point is, you can't solve racism without white people and white people's help, because they are the problem. You need to educate them, and you need the ones who already are educated to bring the others along with them. You can't make them the enemy. I mean, you just can't. It's not going to work. Black people cannot fix this problem alone. They are a minority. There's literally not the numbers. You cannot fight this war. And I'm seeing this not just with Madonna. I'm seeing it quite a bit where white people are being criticised and shut down when they are trying to help, or they're trying to understand, or they're actually finally understanding there's a fucking problem. So this is just maddening. And I know it's not just Madonna. It's not just this video she made of her son. And I love that song, They Don't Really Care About Us. I've been singing it for a long time. I mean, my God, I remember Rodney King. I remember what felt like the first time this happened. I know it wasn't the first time. There was riots and stuff in the 60s over stuff that happened, but I wasn't around for that. And it certainly wasn't taught in my history. So Rodney King was the first I knew of there being racism problems in America, and the idea of riots was just shocking to me. And I thought something would change then. And what was that, 93, 94? That's like decades later, and we're still having the same problems. And criticizing people who are allies and trying to support you is just ridiculous. I don't get the point. What is the point? Do they just want attention? So, let's just pick on Madonna because you criticize Madonna, you'll get press. We all know that. As Madonna fans, we know people do it all the time. They need press, they need attention. They pick a fight with Madonna, then they're relevant again because Madonna's relevant. So therefore they are, because they're having a feud with her. I mean, I just don't get this attitude of I don't get it. I'm in this place again talking to my video because I don't understand what the fuck is happening here and hoping someone can tell me. But this one is just ridiculous. I mean, it's a mother taking a video of her son dancing, trying to express something non-violently, artistically. This is a good thing. If it motivates or inspires anyone in a positive direction on this fucking issue, why would you say anything? I mean, I'm just so annoyed at this stupid bitch. I mean, thank you for Oscars So White. It helped. You achieved something. But perhaps be consistent with that. Instead of now, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, there are a few other articles floating around about it. I'm now curious what other people are saying. Because I'm just happy. I basically was watching Real Housewives and I had a break and I just saw the news. Because a little while ago I saw a black Latino CNN reporter being arrested randomly, even though there was a white reporter down the street that wasn't arrested, but they were arresting him. And the fear as they were leading him off away from his film crew, and everyone was scared for him. I'm watching this, and then a few minutes later I'm seeing this and I'm like, where in the middle of this crisis, in the middle of probably one of the most important moments for Black Lives Matter, and where does an activist have the time to take the piss out of Madonna and criticize Madonna? What purpose does it serve? How are you helping the cause by criticizing people who are trying to promote your cause? My God, there's a bunch of articles, WordPress, TMZ, Daily Mail. Are they all the same one? I haven't had time to look at them because I'm just like, okay, I have to say something because this is just annoying the hell out of me. And again, I'm in self-isolation. I've got no one to talk to. I've got no one to bitch to. I'm up in the middle of the night usually because I don't sleep and there's no one to call. So I get on my YouTube and rant about stuff or talk about stuff. It's basically the same thing. And people say, oh, Madonna does it for controversy. And she does a lot of shit just for controversy and attention. We know that. But this is not it. This is her... this was her son doing this video because that is what is at stake for her. Her son, her children. Just because she's rich and Madonna and lives doesn't mean these kids are not at some point going to want independence and go off on their own and do shit. And when they're out on their own, they are just another N-word to those people. And she knows that. And she needs to change this for her children. She cannot she's like most people. We know this cannot stay like this. And I just don't get this bitch. or anyone. Apparently she got shit from lots of people. Now, I didn't even think this would be an issue. I saw that video. I didn't watch the whole thing because, I mean, you know, he's a good dancer and everything. But I'm busy. I've got stuff to do. I didn't watch the whole thing. But I was like, oh, that's nice. That's the tribute, non-violent. It's not trying to be provocative or upset anyone. And then people still manage to find fault with it. And I'm like, at a time like this, when we need to be putting all our energy and all our thought collectively into how to work this problem out and how to change things, because I can't watch another black person be killed on TV. I can't do it, but I know it's going to happen. He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the first. There was 3 people this month that we've seen videos of. I mean, I'm back in the same place again of like, what the fuck? But yeah, this is just a new stupidity. I mean, are these people trying to avoid the real issue by picking a fight with Madonna for talking about it? I mean, or are these right-wing people? Oh, it didn't occur to me. With the exception of the Oscar So White lady, these are probably right-wing people who are trying to shut Madonna up because, of course, they don't want to solve the problem because they want all the black people to be killed. Because basically they just want them dead and gone so they can have their white America back. I guess that's what this is mostly about, of course. I think that the Oscar So White lady threw me. But what I said at the start, which I'm scared sounds racist, but it is true that when you're white and you try and understand a racial situation, you are often shut down, which doesn't help, because for me it just makes me feel more helpless, but for other people it can quite easily turn them, I think, to the other side, where now they're like, oh, you don't want my help, oh, you're going to criticize me. Then it's easier for the racist people to convince them that they shouldn't be on their side in the first place. It doesn't help any cause. But I'm going to go. I've ranted long enough. I don't feel better, but I'm just like, it's just, the news is too much. I think I just need to stop watching the news, but God knows what I could miss and what could happen. God. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Perhaps you can explain this to me, because I don't understand what is happening in the world, and I'd rather just be honest about that than acting like I know what's happening. Like, so many people are acting like they know what to do and everything. No, you don't. This is just... I'm going. Bye.